Welcome. Okay. Uh, Anything you need to know is down below. This is a timeless message. It's a general message. Please take what works for you. Use your intuition. Leave what doesn't. Everything may not apply. All things may apply. It really, is just depending. But please use your intuition. What else? Flip it where it works. He, she, him, her. I'll explain as I go through the read. You got the giver coming out. I'm going to make this a short read. This giver wants to keep coming out. And I'm going to show you this card because I don't know how I feel about this card. Um, I don't know. Sometimes I feel positive about it. Sometimes I just don't. It's giving me fallen angel vibes. We're going to cover his little areas. Yeah, so let's find out what this message is. What message needs to be put out there. Okay, we're going to do 4 cards. I'm not doing reversals on the first cards. The first card out, issue is justice. What this read is about is fairness, justice, equality, finding balance in the truth. Okay. Okay. You should not be. This is an interesting card because it's a recovery card, but the person in this card does not look like they recovering over anything. They're looking like they laid out, stressed out. That's what you should not be doing. You should be healing, recovering, resting, but you should not be in that process stressed out and all up in your head. Okay? Okay, what you should be doing about this injustice. I guess you really got to take some time to kind of get over whatever the injustice was, first and foremost. Let's find out what you should be focusing on, what you should be doing about this. We'll take that. The Emperor. Stability. So far you got Libra with the Justice on the board. And then you have, I think that's Aries with the Emperor. The Emperor is kind of like finding your power. Stability. Okay? Reason, logic. Okay? Instead of being worried about stuff laid out, you need to kind of sit upright and work through things. Okay? Find your foundation, find where you can sit upright versus be laid out. Okay, what is going to be the cause and effect? What's going on in the future? What is it? What is it? Here we go. Holding on, protecting. Protect yourself. Protect your abundance. 10 toes down. You might want to focus on your finances. Careful not to be in a miserly mentality. That's like a mentality of lack. But this is holding on to something. We're going to get some cards to clarify what's going on here. See the Magician on the bottom of the deck already. You might be an overgiving person because you got this giver card out here. And then you got this kind of holding on to your stuff over here. Reciprocity. Magician. You might want to manifest a little bit more equal give and take instead of doing so much giving. There's definitely a need for balancing out because it seems like it's unfair, this give and take for you with whomever this applies to and what it's directed at. What is this justice? Tell me more. What's unfair or what needs fairness and balance? Six of Swords, moving to calmer waters. The truth of the matter is, what's going to make things fair is moving on. Let me see if I can get some more about this and speaking the truth. Moving to calmer waters and speaking up, speaking the truth. Maybe telling what your experience has been, explaining, why you're making this movement to a different space. Okay, what's this Four of Swords? What is this, what you shouldn't be doing? Don't get too bogged down in hope. Look for your guiding light, but don't, I think the hope is stressful. Too much hoping instead of being practical like what you have with this Emperor. I'm going to leave that where it is because that's pretty cut and dry, especially with the star. You have the stars Aquarius on the board. So what is this Emperor, what you should be doing? Sitting upright firm. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is closing out a cycle. This is reversed. You might need some support or you might need some help. This Ten of Swords, you might need some help in creating a level of stability for yourself, a logical stability instead of doing all this hoping and giving. You need the opposite side of that to balance that out, to establish a better reciprocity that you have with other people, in general, not necessarily anybody in specific. But you might need some support in that. Give me one more card on this. Tell me about this Emperor and this Ten of Swords reverse. New beginning. Start new. Get on a new foot. You need to balance out, what your truth is from a real, a stable perspective and not be up in your head in la la land wishing on a star. Word is bond. Okay, that's pretty cut and dry. What's this Four of Pentacles? King of Wands. Maybe that's where your help is coming from. Maybe that's where your support is coming from. Somebody that's got leadership and vision. That can give some guidance on how to be more conservative. Yep. I'm going to leave that there. I think that's real cut and dry. I didn't want to do a long read anyway. I'm going to pull out a couple of oracles and some advice, though. Anything else about this? On ramp to nowhere in reverse. So have direction. Don't, as you moving to calmer waters, as you moving into a different space, speaking a truth or speaking on a truth to give yourself some balance and some fairness, get out your head. Don't be too lax in your thinking. That's what the emperor is trying to tell you. And there'll be somebody that's going to help kind of guide you or lead by example, which really feels more like leading by example, but it's going to offer you the kind of support and the help that you might need to make a new beginning, balancing things out. Give me one more. Ooh, that just... Beware of your resistance. You bind yourself by resisting the change. Resisting the change is not going to get you in a balanced state. It's not going to give you the balance between this hopeful, this kind of mental dreamy state or whatever. You're going to want to resist moving into a different way of thinking. And that's something to be mindful of. Here's your advice. Ooh, a nice short, straight to the point read. That's nice. Ooh, this is one of my favorite cards in this deck. I find it really interesting that it's coming out here. Spirituality, the Jaguar. Reclaim your spiritual power. Seek the guidance of your ancestors to manifest the changes you want in your life. So not only just like I was saying, you're going to need some help and support. It may be coming from an individual person, but you also have, your ancestors and the people that came before you, loved ones that have passed on, that kind of got your back. And you should be asking them for that balance and for that justice, that fairness. Okay, that's it. I hope that helps.